Now, the South African Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has welcomed a private sector initiative designed to help address the country's youth unemployment crisis. The tech giant EOH is spearheading a challenge to create 100,000 jobs in the country by 2020. The company is calling on big businesses to start employing and training young people through a range of government incentives. Let's get a feel for the wider issues, however, in South Africa's job market. Sumitra Naidu is now live in Johannesburg with more data. Sumitra, let's start with second quarter jobs data that came out earlier this week. The biggest job losses seen in services, agriculture and transport. Walk us through the highlights of that report.
Yes, Rama. Well, 129,000 jobs lost in the last quarter. If you break down that figure, the majority of the unemployed were in the 18 to 35-year age group. So youth unemployment is still a massive problem. Also, very concerning is that there's been no real job growth in the last 12 months. So 502,000 people joined the unemployed, bringing that total number of people without jobs to 8.9 million in South Africa at this point. In the last quarter, the sectors hard hit were agriculture, services, transport and mining. Agriculture was expected because of the drought that we're currently experiencing, but disappointing because it was the one sector that created some jobs in the first quarter of this year. 44,000 jobs lost in the formal and non-formal agriculture sectors. So not as bad though as in the services industry. The quarter-on-quarter decline there was about 127,000 jobs. On yearly comparison, 10 of the big industries shared jobs. On the upside, we saw manufacturing showing some gains. This sector has been struggling for some time now. Rama?
Indeed. The wider forecast, however, is pretty grim. The South African Reserve Bank painting a forecast of 0% growth for this year. Given that prognosis, won't these employment numbers just get worse in the second half of the year?
Well, that is the concern going forward. There's a severe contraction in the economy together with rising costs. It's an awful combination for business and employers. Jobs are the first to go when companies are downscaling or restructuring. Inflation is a real concern. As you said, we heard the Reserve Bank warning about above inflation wages with strike season in full swing. Several sectors are demanding higher pay. If employers give in, it will add to inflation, which could end in rate hikes. It's a vicious cycle. Having said that, this is the very reason workers may dig in their heels. The cost of living. People just can't afford to get by. So what do? Unfortunately, though, unemployment numbers will rise. We are, though, seeing more initiatives from the private sector. A business has come on board, and the hope is that some jobs will be created.
Indeed. We'll leave it there for the time being. Thank you for the update. That's Sumitra Naidu live in Johannesburg.